what I won't be buying this spring. Hi, I'm Maya. I make videos about responsible design, conscious consumption, and sustainable lifestyle. And today I have for you an anti-haul, 7 things that I won't be buying for my home this spring. The first thing I won't be buying is Easter decor. I'm not much of Easter girl, not only as it comes to the whole holiday, but also I don't really like the aesthetics of Easter. So I'm not going to decorate my home. I won't be buying any bunnies, any eggs that aren't really eggs, any of this type of decor. Also, Easter celebrations probably won't happen in my house, but if they are, I will try to decorate with the stuff I already own and make it really simple and not on the theme, I would say. Second thing I won't be buying, it's a little bit connected because I don't want to buy anything in pastel colors. The only exception I would consider is pastel green, but probably won't do it either because actually I don't plan on buying anything. Does it even make sense to make anti-haul videos when you buy that little? Well, I think it does because it shows that you don't have to buy anything. In my case, pastel colors don't really suit my aesthetics. I like desaturated colors, but mostly darker tones and other color palettes. Pastel colors are too girly for me, and even though I like it a little bit, I won't be buying it in pastel colors, even when it comes to green pastel colors. Next thing, I don't plan to buy any patterns with flowers. I really enjoy patterns and I even like patterns that have some plant motifs on them, but they are often too busy for my space and I like to keep it simple. I like to add interest to my space with textures more than patterns. So this is why I won't be buying anything like this. But these types of patterns are really popular and trendy in spring. So if you like fabric that has some kind of print and if you find a floral pattern that you like, I think you can invest in it because it will be trending each spring and summer. And this actually is not only advice for interiors but also for fashion. And to make it more cohesive with your style, you can choose a pattern that has your color palette. This way it will always suit your aesthetics. Another thing I won't be buying are light plaids and blankets, and this is because I already own them. I have 2 lighter blankets that are perfect for spring and summer, so I don't really need more. I find that blankets are more for colder seasons, and even you want to use blanket in spring or summer, then it's better to have something thinner from natural materials. And also you don't need as much because you probably won't be layering them, just using one. Also, am I the only person that uses like 2 blankets at once? I also almost always in these colder seasons wear 2 sweaters at once, and often I'm this person that's always cold, so often also in summer I wear sweaters. That's another story, but yeah, for some, probably 2 blankets in spring and summer in your interiors is even too much because you are not using them at all. But I like to have something, so I have one in my living room and one in my bedroom, and for me that's perfect. And also because I have 2 types of blankets, I change them in between seasons so that I'm not bored of them, and also they have 2 different purposes, the same purpose but in different way. So just I'm putting my winter blankets to the box and taking out the summer blankets, and it's perfection. The conclusion is I'm not buying any because I already have 2. Actually, I think for many people you don't need to have even one, but sometimes it's nice to sit under the blanket even in spring and summer. So think about your preferences and then decide if you have something like this or not. I think also blankets you only need to buy them once if they are good quality. and they can serve you for many years. Next thing that is trendy this spring especially, but also I think it's a trend that comes back year after year, and these are baskets, wicker baskets and other things made from wicker. I won't be buying them because they don't really suit my aesthetics. They are more of a boho style and I don't really use them, but they can be a really good storage, and actually they are made from natural materials, so I'm not saying they are bad, just I'm not using them. And also I think my mom has many that I could borrow from her if I would like to. And as I said in many videos before, I believe that borrowing decor is a great way to make your space feel refreshed and new without buying. And I feel like we don't often talk about borrowing decor and exchanging decor pieces because it's not something that you would normally do, I think. But actually it's a great idea, a great way. You can exchange for a month or for a season and then exchange back. This way you and your friends or your family have this additional decor change without actually buying anything, and it's interesting for both parts. So I think this is something that you could try. The next trend I won't be following, and the next things that I won't be buying are any metal accessories. The trend of metal decor pieces is really popular right now, and actually I really like this trend. But at the moment I have perfect amount of metal things in my space, and because I don't want to overwhelm it with metal accessories, you need to remember that metal is cold material. It can look really good, but also if you overdo it with metal pieces, your space can be more cold and uninviting. So it's really important to find balance. And the last item, or actually I could divide it into two, but I feel like it may be one. So okay, the next point is grass, but hear me out. The first part is dry grass and the second part is fake grass. So I won't be buying dry grasses, you know, like this decorative pieces that have these beige tones. I really enjoy the look of that. For me, spring is the time of reborn, and I enjoy living plants in my space in spring. That's why I will be probably buying some flowers. I will take care of the plants I already own and repot them, clean them and all of it. Also, I will be growing some sprouts. So I will be putting the emphasis on the greenery and this feeling of living things. And I will leave dry grass for late summer and autumn. I like to imitate these seasons inside of my home, and I like to match what nature does outside to my interiors. That's why I don't feel like dry grass is good for spring. And the other grass I won't be buying is fake grass. I have mixed feelings with fake plants overall, because if you have dark spaces and if you are not good with plants, I feel like fake grass and fake plants can add something to your space and make it more pleasant. But on the other hand, it's made from plastic and it's fake. So I really have mixed feelings here, but I'm so blessed right now that I live in bright space and I can have as many living plants as I want. Also, I have garden at the moment, so I don't feel like I need to add fake plants and fake grass. I don't know if it's again in my hypocrisy, but I have owned fake grass earlier when I was living with my mom. I had really dark room and I wanted to have some greenery there. So I'm not saying it's bad. I just think that if you have opportunity to have real plants and if you are able to take care of them, then this is just better option. Plants have so many benefits. They can clean your air, they can brighten the mood, and they really change the space. So if you can opt for natural ones, this is what I'm doing, and that's why I won't be buying any fake plants. as long as I can. And that's the last thing I won't be buying this spring, this season. Probably there are so many more things I won't be buying. These are the things that are connected with interiors and that were pretty obvious to me that I won't be buying them. As I said earlier, I don't buy a lot, so I could have probably done like 30 things that I'm not buying this spring. For this, I would have to know what other people are buying, so well, you can leave a comment and tell me what are you actually buying when the seasons are changing, and we can have a chat about it. And if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more from me, subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye!